We're ready to go Moto2 racing here in Misano. It's lights out. Good start from the second row by Tony Arbolino there on the number 14 bike. He might have the inside line here to even potentially power into the podium place, and he does. But it's Lopez that seizes up the inside of Celestino Vietti into the first corner. It's getting really, really tight. They're bunching up now, aren't they? Out of turn two. There's a faller further down. Is that Jake Dixon? Not quite sure if it was Dixon that's an early faller through turn number 3, but it's Lopez that leads. An early crash in Q2 left Jake Dixon down 18th place when he had great race-winning potential, and an early crash now in the race has ended hopes of becoming just the third Brit in the last 50 years to have 4 podiums in a row in Moto2. An early exit then for the British rider. Kubo was also involved.
Look at that from Agura.
Oh, he's picked up Fermin Aldeguer there, hasn't he? How aggressive was that going into Tremonto? Well, Aldeguer's caught in a bit of a sandwich there as they come out of Tremonto and start accelerating towards turn number 11. Kubo, he's had an awful weekend, hasn't he? Multiple crashes for him this weekend. The latest one now at turn 4. Zonta van den Gorberg also down, so 3 riders out already on the first lap.
Boscoscuro is certainly making their presence felt, aren't they, on the opening lap of this Grand Prix. Lopez out in front, and Aldeguer did hold third, and of course has dropped back now with the melee down at Tremonto. It's Lopez from Arenas at the front of the field, then Vietti, who's managed to settle back into third. Kinnett took advantage of the mayhem to hold fourth. Agura is fifth, which is where he was at the end of the first sector, even as he did swap elbows on the way into Tremonto. And Augusto Fernandez, he's just in behind Aldeguer in 7th.
Have now all gone out of this Grand Prix.
So Celestino Vietti then on our screens. As it stands at the moment, he would move slightly closer to the World Championship leaders, but he seems to have the pace earlier in the weekend. There is Phillips Latch, unfortunately, so those beautiful leathers, the tribute livery of Vietti gets eased aside by Kinnett. Salach has gone down, we believe, in an instant with Senna Agius, the replacement for Sam Lowe's at the Mark VDS team. But Vietti, who was looking to convert pole into victory, he's going the wrong way at the moment. This is all brewing up so nicely, isn't it? Look at the names at the front of this Grand Prix. Lopez, Vietti coming straight back on Kinnett, down into Quercia corner. He's not been able to make it through, though, has he, Vietti? That's where he went down in Q2 yesterday, having just taken pole position. But we've got all of our big hitters in the championship now running in this league group. Kinnett's getting on with this. He made the move on Vietti at Rio corner turn 4 a couple of laps ago. Now Aldeguer, what a disastrous spell he's had. Long lap penalty.
He's crashed out. He didn't have to serve the long lap penalty. So Kinnett getting busy here in Misano. He moves ahead of Arenas into turn 4. Kinnett up to 2nd. And now look at this gap that's emerged between Alonso Lopez and the chasing pack. This is because Kinnett and Arenas are roughing each other up a little bit here. Yeah, Kinnett had got the move done. We think into Tremonto. Kinnett had taken 2nd place, but Arenas just blasted past him on the way out of the corner towards Cavone. So Arenas taking that slightly tighter line into turn 14, and it's clearly balking Aaron Kinnett. And the lead now for Lopez, approaching 7/10 of a second. Vietti now has to go on Kinnett. Vietti through on Kinnett, then going into Tremonto. That's the picture-perfect move there. The classic move into turn number 10. Vietti into action, getting past Kinnett. You can see Lopez pulling away at the front. Kinnett's coming back at him, though. Yeah, leaning on Vietti on the outside. In fact, he nudges Vietti off circuit, doesn't it? It's getting close as well between the top 2 men in the championship, Agura and Fernandez directly behind him. He's a tough little cookie, aggressive little bulldog, isn't he, Aaron Kinnett? No quarter given there as he moved up the inside of Vietti into turn number 4. Great action here. And Arenas not exactly under a ton of pressure at the moment. As Vietti goes down just ahead of us, we're on board with Agura, but Vietti has made another mistake. Can you believe it? Celestino Vietti then, he made the big blunder when the podium places last time out of the Red Bull Ring. How many times have we seen this so far this year where Celestino Vietti, with a podium within his grasp, he makes another major mistake? Look at the expression, look at that shot. Mini Viop, 16 boss Pablo Nieto, head in his hands. Is this the moment into the Rio corner, trail breaking in, tipping into the right-hander where Celestino Vietti's Moto2 world title hopes are completely finished in 2022. Pablo Nieto, he knows that was a monumental moment. There is your live championship. Look how costly that crash could be for Celestino Vietti. If you throw the checkered flag now, he's going to be 40 points behind Agura. Fernandez surely lining up the move on Agura into turn 4. He certainly is. This is where Vietti went down so crucially on the last lap. Is Fernandez in that little bit hot? No, he's not. So Augusto Fernandez then moves back up into 4th place, and he now leads the World Championship. There is your live standings. He's 1 point clear of Agura. So much at stake here in Misano. So we're now into lap number 14. Alonso Lopez. Canet's gone back through on a race. Alonso Lopez again found another 136. A 136.877 there. You just feel like Canet could see that happening ahead of him and thought, right, I've got to get on with this now. Arenas can't find a way back down on the braking zone into turn number 8. Canet, he's certainly pushing hard, as you knew he would do. The gap between himself and Lopez came down to 1.393 seconds with 3 to go here in Misano.
So how does Fernandez solve this puzzle that he's trying to solve at the moment in the form of Alba Arenas? He nearly ran into the back of him into the Rio corner. We've seen him go through at turn 6 before. Is he trying to line up a similar move? He is, you know, up the inside again. That was much cleaner that time. Not such a small gap this time for Augusto Fernandez. Cleanly through, but Arenas fought back quickly last time. Can he fight back again as we go into Quercia?
Moto2 has been a Kalex-dominated category since Brad Binder. He was the last non-Kalex winner in this Intermediate World Championship category at Valencia in 2019, when, of course, he was on the KTM machine. Kalex have won the last 46 Grand Prix in the Moto2 World Championship. They've already run away with this year's Constructor Prize, as they have done so often since this championship started back in 2010. Well, this is going to be a rare taste of glory for Speed Up and Boscascora. Alonso Lopez now comes through Cavone. Just a couple of corners left then for him, and an unforgettable victory here in Misano. There he is, the number 21 machine through the Caro corner for the final time. He looks at the big screen. He can almost smell the race-winning Prosecco. He can almost taste the race-winning Prosecco. One corner left then for Alonso Lopez. He's been the man in Misano. Take a bow, Alonso Lopez, a first-time winner in the Moto2 World Championship. He celebrates in style with a stand-up wheelie. What a story that is for Alonso Lopez.
Alonso Lopez, that utterly overjoyed, and who can blame him? Alonso Lopez is a Moto2 Grand Prix winner at last.